Okay, now I'm starting a quick sketch of a giraffe as just a close-up of the patterns. And this will help you understand a little more about patterning. Alright. Okay, so getting his face filled in a little bit. First vertebrae, second. Okay. So, about patterning now, we're going to come down off of that giraffe's neck, and I'm going to get a close-up here to make it easier for you. I handle the spots with a few strokes. There's usually 5 sides to the giraffe spot. You'll find it sort of odd-shaped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you'll find another pattern right up against that, and it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Let's see, it's 5 usually. Okay, so you see the patterns, they're like little chips, and we're going to do them down the neck the way that you would see, but we're not going to overwork them. Don't draw a hard line around them. I only did that to emphasize to you what we're looking at, but really you're going to hint at it, and they get larger as they move over larger parts of the body. They begin to expand, and they're like little brickwork or little chips next to each other. As the spots make a turn on the neck, see, we've gone from the side of the neck, and then we're going to come down to the plane, the front plane of this whole shoulder area. And I'm deliberately exaggerating this form so you could sort of get an idea of where that plane change occurs in the front chest of that animal. This is the scapula-humeral juncture, and from that scapula-humeral juncture it goes back. Okay, the plane moves back underneath the animal. And so we get the humerus here, and then out comes the upper leg. Okay? So we're really going to look at now how this pattern makes that turn. So as we're coming down the side of the neck, we have to kind of insinuate that there's a plane change here. And we can do that by making some of those squares face towards the front, which is towards us. And then as we turn the corner of the animal, they foreshorten again and elongate, because now they're along the side shoulder of giraffe. So you might not be able to tell the difference, but actually the difference is there. And what we also don't want to do is put too much patterning to the point we lose our form. So if I begin to lose form, in other words, I get lost in this patterning, there's a couple things you can do. You can come back and reinforce the form, show the plane change again, and add a little value change so that we can actually see where that plane is undercutting and turning away from the light source. And so then we can work with pattern. Remember, as we're coming around the barrel, you see as we wrap around this fat side of the giraffe, we elongate the spots and sort of travel along that peripheral contour. So there's a sense now that the spots are actually wrapping around the side of the animal. And so this is what I hope you would get about making spots, or patterns. And what I don't want you to do, though, is get lost in it so much that we actually lose the value of that plane change. The form is very important of how we're developing that form and the muscles. We don't want to lose that through patterns. So it's a good idea to then work the pattern through the form without losing the form. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to be working with that paper mate. Now when we work with the paper mate pen, because it's a fine tip, we're not going to really spend a whole lot of time working formally with the forms. We'll just be kind of working very loosely and gestural as quick as we can, okay? See, as I come down for those spots, I'm wrapping around the form. I'm making sure that those spots wrap. Now, this is a quick sketch, so we're not really worried about it being a photographic interpretation. Okay, I'm going to take my water wash pen, and we'll just come in here with this. I can also use the water wash to actually make a few more spots and to describe the form. As we come under that belly there, you can see it's starting to develop some idea of that form. The back side, dark side here, there is a plane change that occurs here in the giraffe. He's such a tall critter, I'm going to have to break it down in sections for you to see it on the video. Like this. You don't want to be in there and getting sloppy. Try to keep things neat. There we go. And there's your giraffe.